Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 3. Wow, Week 7? Yes. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. Today, we jump right into a series about to begin underway with Eternity versus INVICT on Hideout for our opening map. I do apologize for the technical difficulties and the sudden start. We'll break down the stats and all of that stuff when we have the availability between rounds, but the fact of the matter is that the casting client, little hiccup on being able to see lobbies, so I wasn't sure what was going on, and I wanted to sort it off stream, and I did. So we're ready to Joe into round 1 on our first map in this best of 3, and like I said, INVICT on the offense, Eternity on the defense for our first round. Thank you all for patiently waiting in chat. I know it was a bit of a long past the timer, but hey, you should, at this point, never trust the timer. It's a loose guesstimate. That may goes a little too far. Could have maybe done some damage if primed and thrown a little earlier onto the corner. All right, it's going to push it inside. They'll catch some bullets from Kane. By the INVICT offense as Dr. Tur tries to swing through, runs into some resistance. Shots come in, and Kane and Zen are all that's left as Zen gets picked off on the flank. Kane goes down on site, and INVICT take their first points. And I gotta wonder if this is a full INVICT roster. I'm gonna pull up the matchup history so we can get a gander at that. Eternity 3-3, INVICT 4-4. Both squads on the hunt for that top 10. INVICT, I think the underdogs in this case. I'm not sure what their rank is. I think I had it here in the matchup. 19th versus Eternity at 5th. I imagine INVICT may be suffering a recent loss. Let's take a quick look here at their matchup history. Yeah, they had a challenge loss on Saturday, just a few days ago, which I think set them up for what is a bit of a disparity in the overall rank this afternoon in their regular season matchup against Eternity. Both squads on the hunt for some wins, trying to get into the rhythm of the late stages of this season. The updates that have hit multiple maps and new maps being integrated, expanding the map pool. There's a lot that has been changed over the course of just that. Push comes in, the defense gets absolutely uprooted, and Eternity are left with just one. But it will catch it. 2 kills? No, just 1 kill. Happy with just that. They quickly sprint back. A little extra animated, feeling the hype, and they're going to sit, tuck in. Maybe look for a pick. I don't know the benefit of not trying to find more when you are solo. The Spectre getting taken through to the next round isn't really a terrible benefit. Dr. Turt might get caught off guard here, though, and that could be a big net benefit, catching this kill. There it is, another one, locked in, 2 left alive. The Vezin and the Omen getting carried through, but a couple of points into Yui's hands as they survive another round, but without much to carry through with them to the next one. No utility, no guns, just some extra cash in the pocket. Another look at the matchup history. INVICT actually on a 3-game losing streak ever since they tied against Formula 3. Coming off of that, I don't even remember that matchup cast by me, Gibular Bob and Yellow Hat. An incredibly close series that I don't think anyone was anticipating would be as close as it was. A little huddle here for INVICT. Missing one, but they're loosening up. It's the full buy round. Dr. Turt will not be part of it, he says, but they're loosening up. Getting ready for round 3. The full buy, trying to extend that lead up a little bit. Feeling confident, sure, in what has been 2 aggressive offensive pushes. I'm going to practice tucking in my regular register, which is a little deeper. Muffin picks up the first kill. Krampus gonna be tucked in down here, trying to spoil Christmas early. Dr. Turt says no thank you. Gives them a lump of coal and goes down themselves. Instead finds shots to the head. Onside push coming in. Left in flight. Crack open the walls, crack open skulls. Muffin finds their head. Popped off themselves. A beautiful flash from Fluff the Greater as Yui also goes down, and Kane left alone. Santa Red finds the kill, and a bit of a festive game this afternoon with the names. Frostbite, Santa Red, Krampus. Muffin kind of sounds like a reindeer name. Either way, INVICT up with a 3rd point. And it does set back the economy pretty substantially of Eternity. Obviously, kills coming in, so they do have enough for what seems to be 4 Vezins? No, 3 Vezins and 2 Omens. The Omen's shining a lot more this season, though. Something we've seen actually clutch up several rounds at a high level, and I think we're going to see it a lot more in the postseason. Frostbite showing off their new skin, picked up from the skin pack. Being praised. I have to take a look at KD to see for what. 3 and 2? I guess that's okay. Praising the box for saving them? Who knows? The INVICT rituals are hard to understand. Their strategies, however, are not, as they push in. Coordinated and filled with utility. Oh my goodness, Krampus does not go down. To the surprise of Frostbite. Zen tucked into the stairwell, drops back after hearing Santa Red up here. That nade prompted, and Santa Red catches Krampus trying to swing. Down goes the anti-Santa, but down goes Santa. Zen finds that kill. Another flash pushed in, and Zen going to push up to the corner. Gets blind fired, and Fluthigator shuts down what could have been a refrag. Tripmine caught one there in that fray as well, so it's a quick 2-2 situation. INVICT trying to continue to move fast, but obviously Muffin and Kane are set up in some pretty aggressive positions at B. A site definitely would be the right rotation off of this B site. You'd leave Muffin's position stranded, essentially. Hard for the INVICT squad to know this, though. Unless, of course, they had drone work come in, but that would be very late drone work. They try to bait out a nade toss onto Muffin and distract them, but Muffin ready and waiting. Nice nade toss, too. That forces Dr. Turt off the corner. The fake nade toss with the health syringe didn't force Muffin out. Discipline and understanding that the nade didn't get primed and wasn't going to hurt him. But full HP, because Dr. Turt still has a health syringe themselves. Has the active camo, peeks in and finds Kane's position. Muffin then considering pushing up, and Dr. Turt looks for the first of two they'll need. They knew Muffin was in the corner. They got Kane down. They could have transferred to Muffin. Can't get the 1-2 punch. Do not clutch the round. And Eternity are on the board. It just took them a little bit to get there. Again, a shout out to everyone tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action today. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Gotta go to lower it. The natural speaking. Please do hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. Means a lot to VRML, and we've seen a lot of folks coming in. And we'll continue to see a lot of new people coming into the game of Breachers with the sales, PSVR 2 sales. Holidays coming up, Quest 3S. There is a lot of new folks joining the VR space, let alone the Breachers space. And you know, it's got to be welcoming to them if we can, which we can. Door cracked. B site on the menu. Manages to get down the stairs. They crack open the outside. The worry about the flank should come in soon. Zen is on the stairwell, ready to push down. Utility coming in through the open hatch. Flashbang catches Fluthigator. Fluff catches one, and there's the drop down from Zen. That results in a double. Down goes the on-site push, and it's up to INVICT, Santa, and Flighty versus Zen and Yui. Flighty is going to beat Yui on the heel, catches one. Zen looks for the refrag, doesn't find it as Flighty tucks in. Zen on the rotation, runs into the second Santa Red, and that's a nice pickup from the duo. Great teamwork to root out those final two, and another round for INVICT. So they go up 4-1 on the half. One more round to go, and then we reset economies and swap sides. See, we don't have the proper logos in the standings. We'll get that adjusted. Appreciate all that feedback. We try and process it and keep things nice and up to date. So we do appreciate that. I'll see if we can fix it. I'm sure we can. And like I said, I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for being here on this fine Wednesday night. A highly voted on match, and one that I decided to hop onto. One that so far is handedly in INVICT's hands, at least for map 1 in the first half of Hideout. Early days still, because that side swap could be everything for this Eternity squad. But Hideout tends to lead more offense than defense, I think. Regardless, Eternity fully equipped, and a beautiful nade from Kane. Tossed all the way to the back corner. Scoops up the first of what they'll need to be 4. And I gotta wonder if I was gonna look at the rosters of INVICT. Turret catches one through the wall on the opposite side of B, and that's an indicator B side is the push. It's not A. All the defense comes crashing back, vulnerable to some big nades in through the smoke, and that's going to catch one. Does damage to the other. EMP is planted in a beautiful offensive smoke, completely prevents this defense from regaining control of B site. EMP is planted, and now they're onto the retake and getting flanked. Dr. Turt swings around Yui with a beautiful drop shot, catches them. They're shot through the wall with great prediction from Flighty, and on the peak, Zen catches one. Gonna go for the EMP defuse, gonna be vulnerable to shots to the wall that Flighty isn't there for. Zen sticking the EMP defuse, and was so close, one tick away, but is stopped by Flighty. The half cleanly locked in 5-1. And like I said, we swap sides, reset economies, INVICT defend, and Eternity get their hand at attacking. Maybe that will be what they need to start to get into control of this series, because right now INVICT are setting the pace, to say the least. 2 more rounds to go, and they've got themselves an opening map 1 in this best-of-3 series. I gotta wonder if Eternity are going to be bringing that same level of speed to these early rounds, or if they're going to be feeling that pressure of being down and looking at potentially either a tie or extending this series onto a 3rd map for a chance at a win. Either way, the road starts to look longer and longer if they lose this round right here. Santa wanted to get that through the doorway. The top they were hoping for. Does get that shot, though. Frostbite pushing up to extend out their push, and an aggressive swing from the INVICT squad. As Kane drops back and suffers shots through the wall. They're thankful now at this stage that they didn't take that wall down. Zen on the other side will get picked up by Fluth, and we are left with now Kane on the outside. 5-5 on the half, being pushed by INVICT pretty hard. Does drop over the top and wasn't ready for Dr. Turt in the corner, who catches the kill and sends INVICT to map point. 6-1 here in our opening map. Again, impressive to say the least. But now a chance. I mean, I would imagine Eternity is actually playing this pretty reserved. They recognize the 6-1 lead. They don't need to overextend their hand to a 7-1 victory per se. They'd like it, of course, but oftentimes you'll see a team at this position at map point in the 3rd round of the half committing to a full, or a 2nd round rather, committing to a full buy. It does leave you vulnerable to, if you lose the round, the entire half could go. And that's what they're trying to avoid with this minimal investment, the double Omen Viper buy, instead of what could have been probably 2 Vezins and an Omen. Do or die for defense, though, so they invest everything they got. Set up again outside A. They had a great B push last time. Santa Red's gonna find a shot. He blasts to the chest for a kill on the user. Does get flashed. Swings out for another kill. Can't make it a third, but 2 is good enough with that shotgun. And the Eternity squad is completely shut down as INVICT pull away with a 7-1 victory for their first map. Definitely one way to get things moving. And I gotta take a quick gander at the connoisseur votes this afternoon, where they lied, where people were at. 52-23 in favor of Eternity. So we may see Eternity turn this around next map. And we'll wait and see where map 2 takes us, but Eternity may be going for some substitutes off of that first map. Maybe not too pleased with how the entirety of the squad was performing. Let me also show you my wonderful face. There we go. And as map 2, curious where that does take us. I think we're getting maybe a side swap as well. Maybe a server rehost, so do bear with me as I sort out the technical elements. But a quick moment to shout out our sponsors, Triangle Factory, for supporting the VRML this season and in past seasons with contributing into the cash prize pool and, of course, the in-game cosmetics, the gun skins for the season champions. We really do appreciate that. Also, of course, HyperX contributing into the VRML to our champion prize pool this season as they have in past seasons. And you're hearing my voice on a HyperX Procast S. Fantastic products that I cannot recommend enough. Great quality and durability as well. So a shout out to HyperX for supporting us again. You can get a discount at checkout if you use code HXVRML23. I think that gets you 15% off. If it doesn't, tell me, and we'll get a new code. Shout out to ProTube as well for supporting VRML since its inception, as they're a fantastic stock vendor. They can help stabilize your aim in any of your favorite shooters. You can head over to ProTubeVR.com right now to get 30% off on any of their force feedback models, or at least a variety of them. So go check out that sale that I think is still live right now. I think we're going into maybe a server swap, maybe something, maybe a timeout from Eternity. The 7-1 opening map, though, on Hideout did not go how they were hoping. Bans for the series are Arctic and Dam, so the remakes off the table. Ship's still there. Of potential. So we may see that, but I do think we're going into an Eternity timeout here, so maybe a few minutes before we do start up the I think I may go to an intermission, though, as we do wait for the lobby to get sorted. Maybe not. Yeah, we're going to go to a break. We'll come back right into map 2 after I sort out the technical details. Don't go anywhere. More coming up soon.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for the kids.
Back for map number 2 in this best of 3 with INVICT currently leading handedly with a 7-1 victory on Hideout. You can see there for the eagle-eyed observer that map 2 has already been decided, and we are headed indeed to Factory to potentially wrap up this series if INVICT have anything to say about it. The underdogs in the pit this afternoon on the Connoisseur vote. Dominant performance on map 1 has me wondering why, though, because it was such a strong opening. They are going to go into map 2 on the attack again. Eternity wanting to take defense on Factory to open things up. Already pushed. Frostbite in the tight corner does catch Moofin. Dr. Kurt scoops up one as well, and Frostbite going to apply the pressure. Zen and Yui come together to get rid of that pressure as Dr. Kurt goes down. Splez comes up, bubbles down one, and now we're into a 1v1. Splez versus Santa Red. That name comes close, but no cigar. EMP down. Santa not in control of it. Gonna have to take this fight. Oh, does have EMP. Is gonna go for the play. Tries to bait out Splez, and Splez goes down. The bubbles miss their mark, and INVICT off to an opening success. 1-0. EMP plant down. Health Range gets carried through to the next round by a matter of seconds, but it does, which is, well, money in the pockets at the end of the day of INVICT. keeps them strong and healthy. And oh no, excuse me, that's Eternity on the attack. No, I had it swapped. I had it right. INVICT did win. I just had the teams wrong. We're good. Everything's fine. Momentum, though, continues to ride in INVICT's favor this afternoon. Early opening pistol lead, and now Vezin double omen buy for the second round definitely sets them up nicely. And Eternity going to have to really kind of lock in on their map pick here. On their server, and we'll see what happens. Comes out, smoke at that main entry to slow down and stall. A nice nade tossed in. That does catch some damage and a kill. A trip mine, and oh my goodness, INVICT getting picked apart by utility. A beautiful defensive round. Oh my gosh. That's coordination at its finest. They heard the attack coming. Why does it move me? Dang it. Let's go back over and look at it. They smoke the door while there's a trip mine in the corner. Typically, you plant on this piece here, which is where they were going for, which is why the defensive smoke was placed here to deny vision on the trip mine. So they never saw the trip mine through the doorway. Were able to enter in through, and 2 died to the trip mine. That nade bouncing back into the corner, forcing them to either rotate or die, catches a second, and then the wall opens up. The flank comes down just at the right time to get rid of the 2 more. I mean, a really wonderful defense from Eternity. If they're going to put up defense like this, then they are going to be absolutely getting back into this series on map 2 here. Full buys across the board, though, for both squads. Limited utility on the other hand of INVICT, but a fast play coming in. Trying to barrel through this defense. Yui goes down. Zen picks up a double on that defensive hold, and, Yui finds a kill. INVICT left with just 3. The on-site defense holds, and Trio stacks up outside of B, but likely rotating to A next. They crack the wall. There's a nice headshot. There's a second, a beautiful double kill from Santa Red. Now they can push in with a little more confidence after A has been opened up. 2v2 though, and I think the EMP got scooped. No, where is... EMP. Oh my gosh, they never picked it up off the roof. So Fluff had to go all the way back up to the roof, pick up the EMP. A little bit of a fumble there from INVICT. They do get it though, finally put it down. Maybe that kind of catches the defense off. Why is it suddenly going down now and they had control of it this whole time? Hard to say. Mufin and Yui, though, are the duo to make this happen. No, the EMP's planted on a standard wall. No typical defensive strategies, typical defensive rotations. Mufin hears that defense outside, and Santa Red swings the corner for 1. There's the trade and a duo pinch onto the final defender. INVICT up to 1. Map 2. Very nice effort on the retake there as Santa pops out. And so I don't know if you guys, that's an interesting thing. Again, a good example, I guess. From my perspective, I saw some lag, but in the replay, you don't even really see it. So I gotta wonder, sometimes when you see some jumpiness on the stream, it might not even be necessarily what really is happening in the game. It might just be my monitor. Like, who knows? I don't know. But either way, a good solid pulled from the duo. And INVICT's looking really well practiced. Very attentive to the finer details in their offensive pushes. Eternity, again, had such a good defensive round with utility. But now, unless they optimize their economy, they're just not going to have a lot of utility to work with. And I think that might end up hurting them the most. Gives them a little bit more cover if they wanted to plant the EMP on the corner, though. The plant isn't coming through just yet. Everyone is rotating. Fluttergator catches one. Yui going to be here when the smoke dissipates. Catches Frostbite, swings out for more, catches a second. They'll finally go down, but not before doing substantial damage to the INVICT offense. Santa finds another headshot. Dr. Turk comes flying in. As Zen stays tucked, they'll catch Santa out. EMP goes down, and now they'll look for more. They're going to be ready for Dr. Turk on the short corner. No, they're not, and the Zen rotates. Turk finds the final. Fluttergator alive as well, and INVICT in control of map 2. The economy in their favor, the utility in their favor. Eternity are going to have to scrape by another round here. And we're almost at the end of the half where the economy's then going to reset, so all of your eco management kind of gets set back to ground zero. A 5-1 opening half on offense on Factory, I think, for INVICT would be maybe even stronger than on Hideout. Love to see the cheering for your team. I always encourage folks to root for your favorite team, but not against your opponent. And I think that's kind of like a good, you know, just be supportive. Which is always good. Love to see Delta in there cheering for INVICT. We got Rexy, Flighty. They get subbed out? They must have. I didn't notice that. Sorry, Flighty. Should have addressed that. Splez subbed in for Flighty. Eternity trying to change up a little bit here to get some rhythm going. Oh, and that's a good nade toss that forces Yui up. They do dodge, and luckily that wall hadn't been breached, so able to avoid any shots. Great nade toss. Nonetheless, another one coming in. Yui not going to be ready for that. Oh my gosh, they just barely avoid that nade as Zen catches a headshot. Next one to even the odds. Santa Red going to look for a tiny sliver of an angle here. As Muffin and Dr. Turd exchange some words on the back. He's going to try to take out and be ready for Santa. Takes some elbow shots. With a quick heal. Santa stays healthy as Fluttergator and Santa try and push towards this A site. Ton of resistance. Muffin with a big headshot. Gets things back into Eternity's favor. The duo outside just challenging. Looking for angles. Looking for headshots. Gonna force the rotation off the EMP plant. Oh, they're baiting planting the EMP. Oh, and that's a good flash. Splez catches one. Unfortunately, and Frostbite wasn't ready for the flank. Splez with a double. Maybe Frostbite was flashed, but the other way, Eternity absolutely bounced back into this. Now they have all the money they need for all the utility they can envision. And INVICT got to be ready for what is going to be a much more coordinated Eternity defense. I think this could easily be a 3-3 half here for Eternity. And again, their way back into the series off of a rough map 1 opener. They're obviously going to be hunting for a chance at map 3. And again, shout out to everybody tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action. Please do hit that sub button if you are new. We do appreciate you stopping by. If you aren't new, thank you for showing up yet again for another pretty exciting series. Again, the underdogs absolutely surprising the masses this afternoon with a Map 1 win against Eternity. And now a lead in Map 2. Can they extend it to a 4-2 half, though, is the question. I think a 3-3 half might set up Eternity for success on this second map. Good double there. Does go down eventually. Tiger able to get that refrag, but it 1-2. Chaos is moving. Rolls an aid just past Santa Red. Santa gets a new gun in hand, and everyone is shooting his best. Tiger a little low on HP. Drop back, trying to get that health string to come off the cooldown. And a really nice defense from Eternity, the way they're tucking in here, not overextending, not allowing what has been a very skilled INVICT squad so far today find any more picks than they deserve, as they're very well aware it's this A site push. I think swapping to a fast B rotation would be the right call here. The audio cues, though, continue to be given away here. Double active camo coming off. Both Fluff and Tiger tried to move. A 1-for-1 as Kane finds another. Down goes the final on INVICT, and a 3-3 half. Eternity bouncing back off of, again, a rough opener. Side swap reset and Eternity attack. INVICT defend. INVICT 4 away from taking the series and upsetting a whole host of connoisseur votes. Eternity 4 points away from pushing us to a Map 3 series decider. Tie obviously on the table as well. Santa Red booping Dr. Turt on the snoot as they get ready and activated on defense. Zen gonna break in to that bottom floor and do a little bit of hunting for any roam. Drone work gonna come in and find quick resistance. So is Splez, and so is Dr. Turt. A quick refrag from Flood Brigader keeps them into advantage. Another on the outer window catches the kill, and just like that, Eternity are down to just Zen. Side swap and disaster. This Tiger Claw cleans things up. 4 alive for INVICT and a lead taken back 4-3. Pistol rounds, I think, have been going in INVICT's favor for the most part today already. The fact that that hasn't changed here doesn't surprise me a ton, but obviously Eternity a squad has yet to back down from a challenge in this series, to say the least. Down 3-1, tied up the half 3-3. Couldn't really find their rhythm on a hideout, but didn't have the time to either. Now they have the time to find their rhythm. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Get an idea of everyone's KDs. Zen in the double digits already, leading on the KDs, even above the INVICT kill leader, which currently is tied for 3 ways by Fluff, Santa, and Dr. Turt. keep an eye on Zen and see if they scoop up any more picks here. I think Zen's been predominantly the flank. I think they've been catching the defense off guard with some alternate routes, and it seems to be the case for Zen here. No, they may end up going to that front stair. Nice refrag, turret opening things up, expecting the rotation from Eternity. An early nade. Oh my gosh, Fluck. What the heck? Tosses it all the way out to Splez. Doesn't catch the kill. Challenging Yui at the door. Nice flash there, and in the blind battle, Yui will trade down. Santa Red's still alive. Frostbite still alive, and INVICT is getting insanely aggressive on defense here. Not even allowing Eternity to get into the building. Muffin does manage that. Kane doesn't. Splez hasn't. Yui and Zen didn't, and now it's up to Muffin to try and do something because they have finally made it inside the map. Nice one. Back outside. I don't know. They had a hard time making it in, and now finding more resistance. Frostbite catches Splez trying to peek out. Muffin punishing that over aggression, but here comes the rotation from the two that remain. Shoddy and Omen in hand. I missed that Shoddy shot. Yeah, it's because of the Omen. Back to the Shoddy. And the headshot, no less, with the new shotgun skin. A little style on that final round kill. Puts him up 5-3, and Eternity got to worry just a little bit at this pace. One more point on the INVICT side, and the chance of a win are gone. The best they can do is tie and push it to a map 3, where the best they can do is tie or lose. Actually, they have to win that third map to tie the series. If they tie or lose the third map, then they lose the series. So, an uphill battle. But that's what's about to be at stake if that's the battle they have. If they don't stop any more points from getting locked in by INVICT on defense here. And INVICT continue to look locked in, aggressive, surprising their opponent, to say the least, seemingly this entire series. Map 1, they dominated with aggression 7-1. Map 2, they're leading the charge. 2-point lead, though, isn't insurmountable, and 5-3 still has plenty of room for Eternity to work with. So we'll see if we do get into the full buy for the first time in this half. Definitely taking their time, but that has hurt them. I would argue more often than helped. Hard to counter aggression with aggression, though, and it's kind of what INVICT are doing. They are putting that aggressive foot forward here. Zen and Yui gonna make their way to locker room. Gonna find a few defenders there. Fluthigator tucked in and waiting out the door. Santa ready to give a lump of coal to anybody that asks for it. And Eternity making their way into sight, maybe asking for it here. This could be a 1-2 punch if they're not careful. Santa did peek for a moment, and Spleeze thankfully dropped down to deny that. The Spalt in also, and all of the kills going the way of Eternity. The aggressive pushes out from INVICT fail. Yui INP catches Tiger, and this is a round for Eternity when they needed it most. Frostbite will go down, and yeah, 5-4. Eternity still in this. Still in this. I gotta wonder now what INVICT's economy is like. I think they're fine. I think INVICT will have enough for 4 Vezins and an Omen. But they might not go that way. It looks like they're going 3 Vezins and an Omen and a pistol. In comparison to a fully kitted out and utility-filled Eternity offense. We could see the bounce-back Eternity need here in this map right now on the attacking half, because they are looking much better here. The 5-5. Pretty close, I think. Within reach. Chip away at that 2-point lead and take it to the final 2 rounds of the half. Quite a lot of cash spent on utility, but they also have a tremendous amount left over. They can afford to overinvest. EMP picked up this time as well. That was INVICT's problem, not Eternity's, but don't want to leave it on the roof and then make your way all the way down to site without it. Push. Santa Red ready and waiting, catches one. Drops back off the flash, feeling the pressure. Splez goes down into some chaotic rotation here as Frostbite swings out, Omen in hand, finds 2. They'll go down, a 1v2v3 now. Omen's getting picked up. Smoke coming in. No immolation. And the defense essentially trying to retake site as Eternity has control. Kane and Zen. They'll try and work this together. Zen found so many kills already. EMP goes down. Santa catches 1. It's a 2v2. That's a huge pickup. And I doubt Santa ready for Zen in this tight corner here. Static emitter also down to slow them. The peek there, and oh my goodness! The duo comes in clutch. Somehow those kills connect. Through the static emitter. I don't know why Turt did that. That's money that doesn't go through, and overconfidence, annoyance. I don't know. That could hurt them. That really could. They could end up letting Eternity back into this one because they don't have the financial support for these final 2 rounds. But they're clearly feeling confident. Eternity on their last leg here. As they do commit all of their funds into this round, it's do or die for them. In what was an incredibly close attempt from Eternity. That last round, it is shut down, and momentum just continues to trade back and forth. A great battle we're into this afternoon, but INVICT are 1 away from upsetting the community today in a game that had a tremendous amount of votes. I think 47-23 in favor of Eternity. INVICT are a round away from coming out on top against those odds. In a matchup where they are not just the underdogs in the connoisseur's eyes, but on the ladder. This team is getting a potential vital win. I mean, at the very least, it's a tie or win for them, so they have avoided a loss this afternoon. That over-aggression going to cost them, but the Vezin gets carried back into the confines of the defense. So the RCP is still going to be what UE has. Eternity taking their time. Minute 20. They're going to have to work their way in. Some info will be given away. Santa's so close here. Sees that nade, finds a double. Just like that, an amazing peek out snap double kill. Zen fortunate they didn't go down in that exchange. Newton and Splez hold from hatches, look for picks, and Zen tries to get a little control of the inside space. Going to be tough. Vulnerable again to another quick swing. Break that wall. They'll peek out. They'll catch one. Santa Red finds the refrag, though. Zen picks up Fluth, and there's the final kill for INVICT. They take the series in 2. The absolute upset this afternoon in this series. The Eternity squad voted heavily in favor of winning on site, but INVICT come out with a dominant 7-1 on Hideout and a clean 7-4 on Factory for a overall best-of-3 series win in Week 7. Puts them up on their regular season record to a positive 5-4-1. Likely bumps them up potentially even into the top 10 NMR-wise, and Eternity will suffer. This is a hard loss for them at 3-3. I think it's their 4th loss in a row. And yeah, may be what knocks them out of top 10. Either way, a fun series to tune into this afternoon, and I really appreciate everybody that stopped by and hung out today. A big crowd for today's match. A reminder that obviously we have 3-4 weeks left of regular season and then the postseason in January, I think, but still something to keep your eyes towards and look forward to. Get ready for a lot of content with interviews and highlights and all that stuff going to be coming too. So a lot to be subscribing to right now and getting ready for with the postseason on the way. But for now, that's it. My name has been Nightfire. I've enjoyed my time here. A quick shout out to our sponsors, Triangle Factory, HyperX, and ProTube VR for supporting the VRML. And until next time, stay classy. Which I think is Friday.